Hello YouTube. Hope everyone is doing well. It has been a crazy week over here at the farm. If you'll notice behind me, we're not really at the sawmill today. Boy, this camera is crooked. Anyway, I'll hold it kind of crooked. So we're not really at the saw house today at the moment. I will be heading up there here in a minute. But I wanted to show you a little something. You see all the old slabs and stuff's over here. We're eventually going to burn all this out. That's the reason the slabs is sitting there. There is a mixture of elderberry bushes in there, but we're going to save a couple, but we want to get rid of all these briar patch right here. And for those of you who don't know, our house is going a little bit right over there. It's about 150, 200 foot from where I'm standing. The reason I brought you over here today, and I'm sorry I did not get this particular portion filmed, but I wanted to show you what we got. Da, 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 da. We got our well. Yep, we got our well. They came Thursday. Yes, Thursday. And got our well drilled for us. So we got that done. For anybody that's curious, we have access to like a county water here. We're out pretty far out, but it's a private company. It's but they got water towers all over, and they supply a lot of water to a lot of the farms and stuff like that around here. And this particular road has it, but we're over 1,000 feet from the road, and we're not a big fan of it. So yeah, we decided we'd take the risk. We prayed about it, and before we done anything, I'm moving the camera because the sun's like right there. Anyway, we prayed about it, decided, guess we're going to do it. Called a company that's pretty local here. They came out, marked it. We done the permits and all that stuff, if you watch the other videos. And the Lord really blessed us on this well. It is 165 feet deep and a little over 10 gallon a minute. Right at was what it's stamped at. It's 10 gallon a minute. But so 10 gallon a minute at 165 foot deep. Guys, some of y'all getting way better. That's awesome. But around here, I know of houses that's running whole farms on less than 5. So 10 gallon a minute, shouldn't have any trouble, especially at that deep. The house we currently live in is the same, and we've never had any issues there running a house wide open. I mean, we got other sources of water here, so I ain't never worried about this. I was over the moon when they got down to 165, checked it, told me we was getting 10 gallon a minute. I mean, literally super excited. So now the farm officially has a well that's good, like water, and has a septic. So for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna build me a little shack over here and just live. No, now we're still gonna build a house, but we got drinking water and we got a place to get rid of our waste. So super excited about that. Later today, we will be working. My brother may be over, and I'll get a little bit of video of that. Try to. He's not big on being on camera, but I'm trying to talk him into it. So hopefully later I'll get some video of we're putting in a hand pump that he designed. He took bits and pieces of old forums that he found online, and he designed this well pump system himself. Right there is actually the black plastic that the pump head's going to be on. A lot of your online hand well pumps that they design are 25, 30 feet. This one's designed to go deep. This one will be at 100 feet deep. He can go deeper than that, no problem. And it'll be a hand pump. The pump assembly itself is actually in the back of the Blazer. I'll show you that whenever on another video. if we record it. I'm gonna try to. It doesn't use any seals other than 2 check valves. So there's no rubber O-rings to wear out. There's nothing but those 2 check valves that just hold down the water from leaking back out. With rubber O-rings, you have a problem with them wearing as it slides up and down on that O-ring. They slowly eventually wear out and they go bad. This design that he's got actually uses water turbulence inside to create a spiral, and it creates its own seal. So there's like 4 of those in that pump system. And the pump, instead of being at the head of the well at the top and you're pumping on it, you are doing the pumping at the top of the well, but it's got a rod, PVC rod, that goes all the way to the bottom, and the actual pump system that does the actual pumping is at the bottom. So the actual pump is at the bottom, just like a submersible. So that's the reason you can go a lot deeper, because you're not actually sucking water from 100 foot up. You're actually pushing water. It's so much easier on a pump to push water than it is to pull water. So that being said, that's what later today's agenda is. Well, we didn't get no video of it being put in or how it basically works. I can explain it to you to what degree I know. My brother didn't really want to do a video on the whole design. He said if anybody had any questions, they could ask. I guess he's explained it so much and very few people really understand it. So basically, you see this rod here, it goes 100 foot down in the ground. There is an inner and an outer. This is the inner tube, and as you pull it in, it pulls water in, and as you push it down, it pushes it through another check valve, which brings it up. So I got a little hole in there so that it'll drain back out and below freezing level. But if you work it a couple times, just a steady stream, that water being brought up from 100 foot down, and that's where it's going to set at. So I got 40 foot of static water, but the end of this pipe, the pump end, is 100 foot down in the ground. And you can tell it's coming and going. It pumps. And you can slow down, and she'll slowly float this to the top because it's so light, and there's a plug in there. So this forces it to float. There's a little keeper in there that keeps it from floating too high. But you pretty much, and I mean, it's a little bit of pressure to do it, but it's coming and going. The water comes out. All this system here, none of this is the pump. This is all just to bring the water up and have a place for it to go out. If you put your hand over this or plug this, the water will come out up here around this edge here. So this is not pressurized or nothing like that. It's just a head unit for you to sit here and for the water to flow out. The water that's flowing out is actually on the outer pipe, not the inner pipe. The inner pipe just acts as a plunger to help bring it in and push it out. So that's the basis of it. But as fast as you want to pump, it'll pump. I eventually want to make all this out of metal, but it's a good steady stream of water, good cold water, and good tasting water. So the pump is in. See it raising, and we got luck. I just wanted to let you guys know that's the system that we were using. And yeah, we're going to use that until we actually get a electric, but that'll be in on top of the electric, because the electric will be even deeper than that. But 100 foot down, that's still plenty far. That's a lot farther than a lot of your pitcher pumps that is at the top. This pump is actually at the bottom. That ram just actuates it and gets it to moving. Okay? Alright. If you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, share it. Thanks guys. See you next time.